And we are late.
But we're live.
And we're not that late. But
2 minutes.
And
If we were EMS, would we be able to harvest the organs out of a body still if we were 2 minutes late?
No.
Uh-oh, something did not working.
Something did not working. Is your mixer live? Because I think the mixer is the one that failed.
No, it is not. Twitch is live, YouTube's live.
My YouTube is live as well.
Cool. Bye, Mixer.
Sorry, Shroud and Ninja. We're not streaming on your platform tonight.
Or your channels.
Or your channels. That'd be pretty sweet. We'd get some viewers there.
Wine hole viewer.
Oh, dude. We'd get a ton of viewers if we were streaming on their channels.
We have enough viewers to buy a 108 megapixel camera on a new Galaxy S11.
Probably not, although I don't think they've released the price yet.
Oh.
You think it's going to be more than a third of a cent?
A third of a cent. That's 0.33 repeating. Also, do you know how to connect your computer to internet?
I don't know, but this helpful article could help me.
It's in 4 easy steps.
Yes.
Disney Plus. Apparently it can run on some devices, which is fantastic for those people.
Yep.
And I just scrolled way too far down.
Researchers say, with two Y's, I actually
you wrote
mistyped that. Researchers say they can hack Alexa and other smart home devices with lasers.
Lasers.
Stryker is going to possibly buy a medical implant device maker.
So I don't know what Stryker is. So
Stryker's the guys who make the, not tanks, but infantry assault vehicles for the army.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, maybe they'll start making bio soldier body suit things too.
That'd be nice.
Be interesting.
More realistic motor razors are spotted out in the wild.
Possibly.
Don't cheat on online MMO games. I think that's
at least not Fortnite.
At least not Fortnite. And if you do, don't stream it.
Yeah. You might get banned.
You will get banned.
You might. Apple can't track you if you don't update because it might break your phone.
No phone, no problems. If you ever have problems with your laptop battery dying, you should charge it more often.
I have that problem.
Your laptop battery dies?
Yeah.
My phone actually dies too. It's charging now. But this article of tricks to save your battery life, we're gonna show you a live demo on what they want you to do. It's pretty great.
I'm looking forward to it. What will the internet be like in 50 years?
Scary.
October 29th was the 50th anniversary of the internet. The first message sent on the internet.
What was the first message?
Low.
Low?
Yep, they tried to send login, but it crashed.
They
Not even joking.
it?
Nope. They sent login, but it crashed before it finished sending login. It just sent low. LO.
That's rough.
Yeah, rough start, but it's turned out, well, kind of rough. But it works at least.
Speaking of rough starts, Microsoft Edge, trying to erase the bad memories of Internet Explorer. They get a facelift, it looks like.
I have awful memories of Internet Explorer and still have terrible experience with Internet Explorer to this day.
Yep.
I know. It's bad.
Terrible experiences. Nothing more relatable than Facebook.
Speaking of new logos.
Yeah.
Facebook coming out with their new logo.
It's interesting. It's very
exciting.
Artistic.
If you like Facebook logos.
Yeah.
I guess.
The Apple TV launch wasn't so flawless?
Nope.
Would you say Disney Plus did it better?
Let me see.
Disney a better company than Apple for releasing products?
That's a toss-up. But you might have gotten lucky and gotten some free Apple TV. So we'll talk about that.
That's pretty cool.
And then Meme of the Week, of course. And Linkin Park Shadow of the Day, slow song. I just shared that so you can reference it later. It's not for the stream.
Oh, it's not for the stream.
Yeah.
Okay. I can pull
we
it
weren't
up.
just going to play that song, yeah.
Yeah, it's our new theme song. We own all the rights to it now.
Or they own all the rights to our stream if we play it.
Yeah, one way or the other. Who knows? It's an up in the air.
That third of a cent is theirs.
Yeah. You get paid?
No. You need like 2,000 subs and a ton of watch time.
Dude, I'm up to like 4 subs now.
Nice. I'm almost up to 150.
Okay, now.
I have 149. So if you want to sub, go ahead and sub. And I'll have
Unsubscribe,
150.
148.
Unsubscribe again, 147. Unsubscribe again, 146.
Samsung Galaxy S11. I own the S8.
I don't own any of the S's.
Good job. It's a smart move. Is leaked to come with a new and improved 108 megapixel sensor.
Yep, and we've talked about this before. Even though that's a lot of pixels, it doesn't mean that the quality of the image that you get is
black and white
good.
pixels. They can be on and off pixels.
It's just going to be a lot of pixels. And coming from a mobile phone camera, it's probably not going to be that great of quality. But I also noticed that it has 5 times optical zoom, which is pretty cool.
Which is really cool because it's not digital zoom.
Yes, exactly. I think it's been pretty standard on Samsung's past few models of phone. Your phone doesn't have an optical zoom, does it?
Samsung.
So the difference between an optical zoom and a digital zoom is a digital zoom captures an image and then just zooms in. So say you capture a image that is 1,080 pixels across. Digital zoom zooms in and reduces the number of pixels in that image.
Yep, I only have digital.
Whereas optical zoom is actually zooming in the physical camera sensor.
Yep, against a mirror.
Okay.
Or not mirror, but lens glass.
But it's actually zooming in the camera sensor, so you still capture 1,080 pixels. It's just closer up.
Yeah, because the zoom in a camera sensor would be just to move it forward.
Yes.
But then to move it forward without physically moving it forward, it's just the sensor and the glass in front of it separate.
Gotcha.
Or come together. I don't remember.
Either way, though, optical zoom is better quality than digital zoom, generally speaking.
All the time.
Unless the optical zoom is really messed up. Or like your lens is broken. Yeah.
Unless it's broken, it's always better. So there's something I hate about this. 108 megapixels is very close to 1080p. Number-wise, to a consumer who has no idea what they're looking at.
Okay, that's a good point.
If you said you can have a 4K camera or a 108 megapixel camera, you're going to go 4K. Because you're like, oh, 4K is bigger than 108 megapixels.
Which it's not even going to be close.
It's not even close. 4K is 8.5 megapixels. So it's only 100 megapixels difference. 100 million pixels. I don't like that they did 108 and not just 100 for consumer clarity. But I'm curious on... Because the other big problem with this is that this is a flagship phone.
Yeah. It's their top of the line new upcoming phone.
And so it's not targeted for just techies. It's targeted for people who want best of the best. And if you see 108 megapixel and then they release, Motorola releases a phone with a 4K video camera. Like, well, why is it so much higher? But I don't know.
That's why.
Maybe no one's confused. Maybe I'm overthinking the 108. But something someone could get confused about.
Yeah, unless they compared it to another phone that said, hey, this one has a 24 megapixel camera. Then they would realize that megapixels is different than 4K and that.
But that gets really confusing.
But generally, megapixels are used for still images, whereas 4K and 1080p is used for video.
Yep.
Which
it's just
some people wouldn't know that. But
horizontal length.
Yeah.
It's not even really that. But something that shouldn't be confusing is how to connect to Wi-Fi on your Windows 10 computer.
This helpful article from Business Insider is a simple 4-step process on how to connect to Wi-Fi on your Windows device. So
if you scroll halfway down the page, you get to step 1. How to connect Wi-Fi on Windows 10.
Click the Wi-Fi icon. Locate the Wi-Fi network you want to join. Type in your password. And hit next. And that's literally it.
So I think that a office building did a complete overhaul of all of their laptops, and it was a 300 employee business or something, and there was 3 techs who had to redo all the laptops, and they forgot to connect them all to the Wi-Fi. And instead of having to go back and collect all 300 laptops and connect them to the Wi-Fi, they just wrote in, "Can you just put this article online?" And then just sent out a mass email. This is what that looks like.
That's possible because, yeah, it's pretty straightforward.
Because even at my store, I have to set up Wi-Fi for people, or they have Wi-Fi problems, or they can't connect to the printer, and it turns out that they're not connected to the Wi-Fi, and they just use their computer for games or something.
Yeah.
That happens a lot. But to write an article with 4 steps where one of them is hit next and you're finished.
And one is type in your password.
Yeah. That's a funny article.
Yeah.
Someone
I just
wrote
found
it
it humorous.
Out of frustration.
Yeah. Speaking of frustration, what devices can you watch on Disney Plus? Or watch Disney Plus on?
I don't know. Best answer. Disney Plus will work on everything from Android to iOS devices. Apple TV to Android TV, Xbox One to PlayStation 4, Roku to Chromecast, and even just a browser on your desktop.
It won't be available on Amazon Fire tablets, Fire sticks, and cubes. Whatever those are. But it looks like it's pretty much available on most other devices. Was it Disney Plus that we talked about last week that was going to not work on some devices?
Roku,
I guess I could.
The older Rokus or something?
Let me see. Let me
That
actually
was
look
Netflix,
at last week.
I think. Netflix was cutting support on older Rokus.
Okay.
I think that's what it is. I'm not looking at the doc. But yeah, I think it was Netflix was cutting back.
It was Disney Plus
Oh, it was
that we
Disney
talked
Plus.
about.
Oh, okay.
It may not work on Linux, Chromebooks, and some Android devices due to digital rights management. We talked about that 2 weeks ago. So maybe this article is kind of going against that. But, I mean, we'll see. We don't really know until
Till it comes out.
Yeah.
And you start paying for it and I use your account.
Yeah. Not going to happen.
It doesn't share.
I'm not going to share it, yeah. No. Definitely not getting Disney Plus.
No. You're not giving me access, so I'm going to have to use a laser.
Yes, you have to use a laser to hack someone's.
This is over on New York Times. With a laser, researchers say they can hack Alexa, Google Home, or Siri. Which is pretty cool.
So researchers over in Japan and at the University of Michigan said that they found a way to take over Google Home, Amazon's Alexa, and Apple's Siri devices from hundreds of feet away by shining laser pointers and even flashlights at the device's microphones. So it's got something to do with a microphone and pointing a light at it, and somehow it detects that as sound or something.
I think it would detect it as sound. The same way where if you use a high-speed camera against like a potato chip bag that's in a room, like this was several years ago, I believe, where they had a potato chip bag and they had a high-speed camera on it, and they were able to record the vibrations of the bag from people talking in the room, and then they were able to play it back. It sounded like garbage, but you could understand it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they're doing with the lasers. Maybe it's vibrating the sensor in the microphone.
Just enough.
Just enough that it can detect something.
Yeah. And then they can say any kind of commands into it. Say any kind of commands into the microphone and access your Google account and access all your things that are connected to the device. Open your garage door if you have a garage door connected to it. Unlock your house if you have.
I was about to say, unlock the garage door is a real one there.
Yeah. So, first off, I'll say it's extremely unlikely that someone who has the ability to do this is going to have an interest in your house.
Yeah, you're not that important.
Because the people who did this are extremely smart and probably used extremely precise equipment that it's unlikely that thieves would have either that skill or that equipment to do this.
Yeah.
So you're pretty safe. And hey, if you want to be extra safe, move your device into a corner that can't be seen from the window.
And then disconnect them from Wi-Fi and throw them in the trash.
Or do that.
It's the way to go.
Or you can sign up for a Spotify account and get a free, whatever it was.
Although
that probably is over by now. That promo.
Yeah. Speaking of things that are over, we're jumping a couple topics.
Go for it.
One streamer's game is he's never playing it again until he signs up for a new account.
Fortnite.
This is from the most reputable source, TMZ Sports. Fortnite superstar Jarvis, lifetime ban for cheating. And he 100% deserves it. A 17-year-old Fortnite, I like how they quote that one and not superstar, gamer has been banned.
Yeah. Fortnite is an actual thing. All right.
Superstar. I don't know about that. Never heard of Jarvis over here. Has been banned for life.
Banned.
Yeah. Yeah. For cheating. But the gaming community is pissed off. Look at these capitalizations. At the punishment and demanding mercy. The gamer at the center of this controversy is FaZe Jarvis.
FaZe is a clan.
Yep. And he has 2 million subscribers on YouTube. We're right behind him.
He's built up a massive following. First off, I'll say to TMZ, the formatting and punctuation, I guess it's not really punctuation, but capitalization, bolding, use of quotes is really interesting to me.
Yeah, and their ad choices are terrible. Sorry about that.
But yeah, anyway, what happened was he was playing with friends or something, not in a competitive event or anything, but he was streaming while he was using cheats.
And using bots to aim is what it looks like.
Yes. Aim bots.
And he completely deserves to never be allowed to play the game again. And you disagree with me.
I mean,
this guy thinks cheating is okay.
There's a difference between cheating in a competitive arena and then just trying something to be funny or for the fun of it.
To destroy your friends' hopes and dreams.
Yeah. There's a difference. But, you know, whatever. Fortnite can do whatever Fortnite wants to do.
Yep. As long as he stays away from our Minecraft.
But yeah, there goes his gaming career.
I guess we'll go back in order. Striker, who I've never heard of before, somehow.
Yes. I haven't read into this article very much. I'm assuming this is the Striker that has a contract with the U.S. Army for building their like infantry carrying fighting vehicles.
Wow.
Yeah. Let me make sure it's the correct. Yeah, so here's a picture of the Striker.
Oh, it's just like a giant scary thing.
Yeah, giant scary thing. With guns.
Wow, all right.
And armor and wheels. And they're buying an orthopedic device maker, Wright Medical. And yeah, the only reason I thought this was interesting was because I could definitely see Stryker being one of the companies to build bio suits for the military.
For the military?
Yeah.
Get some Iron Man military?
Yeah, get some Iron Man military suits out there. That's the only reason I think that they would buy an orthopedic device maker. But yeah, they're spending $14 billion for it, so sounds like they're pretty into it. for $4 billion, they better be
a
into
little
it.
bit into it. Speaking of being into something, Motorola's foldable Razr phone may have been spotted in the wild, or it may have just been a one of the few last flip phone users out there.
If that picture's real, that's it in the wild.
Yep. It's definitely the phone.
Yep, it looks similar to the old Motorola Razrs, but you can see that there's not
screen.
actual tactile buttons on the bottom.
Yep.
It's definitely all screen. And you can see the hinge there on the right near her right finger. Or his right finger, you know.
Yeah. But it's been spot in the wild. There's a big picture.
And this is a phone that you're interested in, right?
If it's under 300, sign me up.
So, no. If you scroll to the direct middle of the article, it says its purported price of $1,500.
Give or take 1,200.
You know.
And we're there.
Maybe if you get a shattered screen and no phone plan, you might be able to get it for $300. Maybe just the screen.
I'll get the phone without the screen. It's a install it yourself kind of thing.
It's planned to go live. Let's see. No, Motorola has a planned press event on November 13th. So we'll see what happens at that event.
Yep, I'll definitely be watching it on the 13th.
It's a little bit over a week away.
I don't know a segue to this one, but
Sir, he's out on
wow.
bond and due back in court
Mute that one.
13th.
And mute site. There we go. Thank you to CBS Local. Apple warns older iPhones will lose internet and GPS if not updated before daylight savings time. So if you own a really, really old iPhone,
Update it before yesterday.
from 2012 and earlier, updated a couple days ago. Otherwise, this is all here's their explanation of why it's happening. This is all because of the GPS time rollover issue. According to Apple, something that happens about every 19 years when GPS devices need to reset in order to accurately measure time and dates. And this is according to the Office of Electricity at the Department of Energy. And those are official titles.
Did you have to update your Android phone for this event?
Not for this event, but I always have updates. I just later.
Yeah. Do you still have GPS and internet on your phone?
I have internet maybe if the battery's charged.
All right, point taken.
But I used GPS a couple days ago. Still worked.
Nice.
Didn't die. So if you own a Apple iPod, iPhone before 2013, update it.
So I guess it doesn't break devices. Bummer.
Well, it doesn't break them, but you can't update it. You can't really use it. You can
If you don't have internet access?
Yeah.
That's true, actually.
There's not much you can do with it.
Interesting.
What good is a device without internet?
Yeah.
I wonder if it'll still have a phone and text.
You can play your music.
Yeah. It's a really expensive MP3
Yeah.
from 2012.
Yeah.
It's a not really expensive MP3 anymore.
Speaking of iPhones, battery life. How can I maximize the battery life of my Windows
Computer.
laptop? Or my Windows computer, for that matter. My Windows desktop.
Yeah. You want more battery?
Yes.
I can give you all the battery.
That'd be great.
There's
a lot to
great
carry
little,
around, though.
Yeah. Great little article here. And let me go ahead and mute this site before it's... Oh, okay. It's already muted because it started
Nice.
talking. How to maximize the battery life of your Windows 10 PC by ZDNet.
Okay.
So most of this we're going to skip because it's super boring and just full of numbers, and it's not something you want to see on a stream. So a Windows battery report. You can do these. You open up command prompt. You tell it to do this code here. Power. Oh, you actually.
What is this? Step 3?
1.
Step 1. Okay.
We can do it real fast.
So I'm changing to the temporary directory or folder.
Yep.
And power config battery report.
Power CFG, which is configs / battery report. And that's going to save a little HTML file
Okay.
with a battery report on it.
Wow, now I got to go dig through and find that.
Yeah, it's a nightmare. I don't even see where... navigate to the temp folder. And then move the battery report to your documents folder. So... find your temp folder.
I can just go there.
Yeah. What a nightmare.
Battery report.html. Alright, so that's what it looks like. Y'all can't see it. But
Do you have a battery in your computer?
I think
It's broken. But anyways, this gives you like general
it doesn't work, guys. Don't do it.
Gives you nerd knowledge most of the time, and you can analyze it. But the one thing that I didn't know about, which is what I want to show off, is step 5. Identify which apps are affecting your battery life. And this is
cool.
much more like what is on my Android phone.
Yes.
Which is very interesting. So I'm going to go off the screen real fast so I can pull it up. We're going to do this.
So you open the settings app.
All right, cool. If you have the
Go to system.
Yep. So here's my Windows settings. We're going to go over here to system. And this is what's going to be using my battery the most. So it's battery. And then see what apps are affecting your battery life. So all I need to do is uninstall Chrome at 94% of my battery usage.
That's crazy.
And then everything else is under 1%.
I have a lot of things at 1%. Dropbox, which must just be running in the background. And then it just crashed. Okay, that's cool. Do you have a lot of Chrome tabs open? Or is it just because you've been using Chrome a lot?
It's because that's the only thing I use on this computer.
Yeah.
That's the only... But yeah, all I gotta do is uninstall Google Chrome and I'll have a better battery life.
Yeah.
94%.
I'm sure Edge will be more efficient.
Yes, sure. But yeah, that's I don't know, I saw that. It's pretty cool. But yeah, under settings, under system, battery, and then see what apps are affecting your battery life.
Nice.
Otherwise, yeah, the battery report thing it's not that great. It gives you a lot of numbers, but
Yes.
besides numbers, it's not much of help.
Yeah.
Speaking of just numbers, you guys are helping us out. It's we're the sponsors today.
Yes.
You're looking at Nephew Tech,
And Jmart Media.
and we're teching about things.
Talking about tech things.
All the tech things.
Speaking of tech things, what will the internet be like in 50 years? This is an article from over at Popular Mechanics. Pretty good magazine, actually. Some interesting things.
Huh.
Personally, in my opinion, maybe not worth the subscription because who reads magazines these days? But they may have online stuff too. I don't know. Yeah, they have a subscribe button, so you can probably pay them. But yeah, this article talks about October 29th, 1969. The message being sent that read simply, LO, L-O. It was supposed to say login, but the system crashed before completing the task. It was the world's first message sent via an interconnected computer network known as ARPANET. And that's how the internet started. And here we are. Yeah, with a crash. And here we are, 50 years later.
Streaming to 17 different platforms with
At
not
least.
an error.
Yeah, hopefully not. And the article from Popular Mechanics also made a few guesses about what the internet will look like in 50 years, as the article may suggest.
The end of privacy.
Yep, the end of privacy, an increasingly virtual world. New forms of communication. Well, yeah, it's definitely already brought that.
A growing pessimism.
Yeah, there's a lot of websites out there that are very pessimistic. You post something on them, and they just, all the users on there just
Very negative.
say very negative things about you.
Which is probably true.
Wow, that's pessimistic right there.
But wish I would be able to see this. It would be cool to see what the world's like in 50 years.
In 50 years, we can look back at this and see what the world was like 50 years ago.
Back in my day, we used to stream to only a couple platforms.
In 1080p or 720.
720 on some, I think. Oof.
You think Edge will have a new logo in 50 years?
I think Edge will even be around in 50 years?
Hopefully not.
But Internet Explorer will.
Yep.
There's
Probably
gonna
so.
be someone using it. So over at Engadget, Microsoft's new Edge logo erases bad memories of Internet Explorer.
But
not
honestly,
really, because it kind of looks like an E.
It does. It does. But honestly, Edge should be improving a lot because it's based off of Chromium.
Yeah. It's basically,
So it is a completely new thing.
It's basically like Chrome or Firefox or Brave.
Yeah. Not only is it a new logo, it really is a new browser.
Yeah.
But people are still going to give them heck.
Because it still looks like an E.
Yeah.
And it's still owned by Microsoft. But
people do still use Internet Explorer though.
a lot. Yeah.
Because the company I work for, all of our apps have to work on Internet Explorer.
Yep.
Because hospitals and government use Internet Explorer.
It's the superior.
Which is really inconvenient when you're developing things that Internet Explorer does not support. Which is anything new.
But
It's
they are
kind of
ending
a
support
bummer.
for Flash Player. So if you're using Flash Player programs, stop.
Wait, they do still have support for Flash, or they're stopping?
Everybody's stopping on
Even
January.
Internet Explorer?
I bet so.
Because that would be a really interesting advantage for Internet Explorer. Using old Flash apps. And a security
Adobe is
vulnerability.
ending
but-
it.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. So all browsers will have it disabled by default, but you're able to re-enable it.
Interesting.
Why can't they just take it away?
And people gotta have their Facebook games.
The amount of money I make on people who can't get their Flash game to work is disgusting. It just needs to die.
Hey,
Not that I'm
it's
complaining,
a source of income, man.
but it's terrible. Speaking of other things that are terrible, on the Pessimism podcast, this new logo will surely solve all of Facebook's problems.
I didn't look at
According-
that until just now, but is that actually their logo?
According to The Verge, that is the logo.
That's terrible.
Put this the best way, Facebook unveiled a new logo today that meant to represent the parent company that owns Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and more. The logo just says Facebook in quotation marks, as if that's not what it says. But in a really bland and generic font that looks like it would fit well on a credit card. A GIF shows the word marked displaying in different colors to represent the different brands.
Oh, I didn't make that connection. I just thought it was
Yep.
colors.
And so then if we scroll down,
I did notice that the yellow and red reminds me of Instagram's logo, but I didn't make the connection between blue and Facebook and green and WhatsApp.
so here's the current layout for Instagram with the old cursive, and then the new layout with the colorful Facebook. And then on the other side here, it's basically the same thing. It's without the logo and then with the colorful logo. And that's what Facebook thinks their logo should look like. But if it could get any more plain.
I mean, they could just make it one color. Just blue.
Just blue?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not all capitalized?
Not all caps, yeah.
Wow. Someone actually got paid to make that.
Here's a great idea. Imagine this. Facebook.
What
But
if
in
it's-
all caps and changing colors.
What, they should just call it face. And it's the face of the human society.
And then a picture of a
Books
book.
are so outdated.
Yeah.
It's just going to be face. Do we already talk about Apple TV?
FaceNet.
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 And then
We
they're going to
didn't-
have their own Wi-Fi that's hosted in the clouds, and they're gonna call it Skynet.
Or FaceNet.
Man,
Skyface.
Skyface.
Face guy.
Yeah. They call me Face Guy.
They call me. Speaking of
Face
things
Guy.
that might be a bad idea,
Apple products. Some users.
some users unable to redeem free year of Apple TV Plus. Others get it despite not buying an Apple device recently. So one of the cool things about Apple TV Plus was that if you'd bought an Apple device in the past year, or when you buy an Apple device, you get a free year of Apple TV Plus. It was Apple's way of promoting their streaming
to get
platform.
users onto their platform.
Makes sense, kind of cool. I mean, I wouldn't buy a device because I'm going to get the Apple TV Plus. But if I was going to buy a device, it'd be a cool perk.
You can buy it and then return it.
That's actually a good question. But there was a problem with the launch, and some users who bought a new device got the pop-up saying, hey, start your free year of Apple TV Plus, but when they tapped it, they just got the 7-day normal trial. And some users who didn't buy a new Apple device got
a
a
pop-up.
free year. Yeah. So something was configured wrong with their launch or their app or whatever it was. But this article from 9to5mac.com suggests a few ways to resolve the issue.
Which is pretty cool.
Yep. So you can either force quit the TV app and relaunch it, or sign out of your Apple account and sign back in and open up the TV app. You can try signing in at tv.apple.com online, or just contacting Apple support. If you have valid proof of purchase, it should
Be pretty easy to get it.
Yeah, in theory. Never tried to call Apple and get any kind of support, but
We could try.
yeah. Interesting. If you do not qualify for a free year trial, you can watch the first 2 episodes of shows for free. And then to watch the entire season, you can sign up for $4.99 per month or $49 per year. Which $49 per year is
Not
cheaper than
bad.
Netflix, right?
Yeah, that's way
I'm sure they
cheaper.
have less shows than Netflix, but
It's still cheaper.
and they're releasing some new episodes of shows like The Morning Show, See, and For All Mankind on a weekly basis every Friday.
That's pretty cool.
So they're trying to draw people in.
I approve. Good job, Apple.
I wonder if you can access this Apple TV Plus on a non-Apple device, like through a web browser.
Yeah. We just dropped a whole lot of frames.
Does that say 73%? Oh, no. It
No,
says
it's one-
700.
Yeah. 700%. There we go. We're back. Little hiccup.
I'm going to go to tv.apple.com. Don't really want to sign in. I bet you probably could.
So I don't know what my Apple account is, so I probably can't.
Create a new Apple ID. My guess is that you can probably watch on Apple TV Plus on a non-Apple device. Because Apple wants as big of an audience as they can get, right?
Yeah. I would think so, right?
On the other hand, they could see Apple TV Plus as a way to draw people into buying an Apple device if it was only offered on Apple devices.
They might do that later on, maybe.
Good point. Get people hooked
Yeah.
and then offered only on their devices. I can see that.
Or a discount if you're on the Apple device.
Or hey, how about a free year if you buy an Apple device?
There you go.
I feel like someone's had this conversation already. Not us, but
Somebody.
people over at Apple. We should go work at Apple, you know?
They already hired me.
Yeah.
They're paying me to tell them about their products on a stream. It's a popular
And our
stream.
sponsor spot.
Yeah, there we go.
No. They're not actually sponsoring us. But hey.
It's meme time.
Oh, I just opened it.
I saw it. It's ruined. You gotta
didn't
get a new one.
No, you have to read it.
You gotta get a new one now.
You got to read it to really get it. I had to read it twice, actually, to get it.
All right, here we go. As soon as the F11 full screen disappears. Copying a file from one PC to another. Right-click, send to Google Drive. I've never done it that way. Ever.
I generally email it to myself.
Okay. Right click, send to shared folder. Never done it that way either. I never right clicked a file to share though. Right click, send to removable disk. Right click, copy, unplug mouse and connect it to an. Hey!
Wouldn't that be sweet?
Right click, copy, unplug mouse and connect it to another PC. Right click, paste. I like that.
That'd be pretty sweet.
I didn't get that one at first.
Yeah, generally, if I'm sharing files between computers, I'll either email it or throw it in a thumb drive.
So I either Facebook it or thumb drive it.
Yeah.
I Facebook it to myself.
Yeah, pretty simple.
Which is the same as emailing at this point.
If it's just like 1 or 2 files, if it's more files than that, I'll do something else. But if it's like a picture.
Like the meme of the week.
Yeah.
Then it goes through Facebook.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of meme of the week, your meme.
It's not nearly as good as yours.
We shall see. When my computer overheats, why does it freeze? Man, I feel like I saw a meme like that this week.
Mostly because of the weather this week.
True.
Waking up and it's freezing temperatures. And then you go to work and your computer's running at, 80 Celsius. Like, yeah, that's a little toasty.
Yeah. We've actually got a space heater in here today.
And you're still wearing a jacket.
And I'm still wearing a jacket. Usually we have the AC blasting. But not today.
Not today.
Just like that, the weather changed.
Some would say it got colder. And others say this would be a tech channel.
Could just try and run a game on that computer and heat this room right up.
Oh boy. Well, I think that's about it. We are running early though.
Yep.
We got 40 minutes. Whole page of topics. Learned a lot. Read a lot more.
And we'll be back next week with probably some Black Friday deals as well.
I hope. We need some
kind of early
Fridays.
for Black Friday deals.
Deals
I
in general
think.
though.
Yeah. 2 weeks will be the really Black Friday deal week.
Yeah.
Actually 3. Because Thanksgiving's late this year, right?
Yeah, it's really late this year. It's stepping on Christmas's toes. That's 2 weeks. Yeah, and 2 weeks, the 18th.
No.
Because that other holiday, Thanksgiving, it's the 22nd, right? Or the
I think
21st?
it's the 28th.
There's no way it's the 28th.
I think it's the 28th.
Thanksgiving 2019. Oh, you're right. It's the 28th.
Yeah, so we've really got 3 weeks until... Yeah, the 25th will be the day that we have all the Black Friday deals.
Ooh. All right, well, tune in there, my 2 viewers.
And we'll see you next week.